And with a good driving record, your deductible can disappear over time. Plus, your first accident could be forgiven.
Earl, no penalty for your first accident. Does your plan do that? I
didn't know anybody did that.
Not yet a member? Call now. We'll even send you a free calculator. Call 1-800-556-8277. 1-800-556-8277.
Well, Senator Barack Obama today met with retired U.S. generals, admirals, defense and diplomatic experts, among others. Senator John McCain is claiming to hold the high ground in that battle. Let's get more of my one-on-one interview today. The Republican presidential candidate saying he has the experience needed to be president. Let's move on and talk about national security. Good. If you're elected president of the United States, do you believe America's enemies, whether terrorists or hostile governments, would test you during the first 6 months of your presidency?
I've already been tested, and I'm astonished and amazed to hear Senator Biden predict that the untried, untested President Obama will be tested by our enemies, and we may not agree, or his own backers may not agree. Look, I've been tested. Senator Biden referred to the Cuban Missile Crisis. I was there. We came that close, as historians say, to a nuclear exchange. And Senator Biden expects, his own running mate expects Senator Obama to be tested in that way, and that's a remarkable statement. That should concern all Americans.
There are tests early on by hostile powers out there.
They know I've been tested. They know I've been tested. I've been tested many times.
The U.S., the Bush administration...
And the thing that probably may encourage him a little is that Senator Obama has been wrong. He was wrong about the surge in Iraq. He still fails to acknowledge that he was wrong. I mean, remarkable. He was wrong when he said the Georgians should show restraint. He was wrong when he said he would sit down across the table from Ahmadinejad, Chavez, and the Castro brothers. He was wrong about those. So I can understand why the American people might be concerned, particularly when his own running mate says he's going to be tested.
All right.
I've been tested, my friend.
We got a limited amount of time, so I just want to get a couple of things in before I let you go. Iraq. Very important issue. Right now, we still have 140, 150,000 troops in Iraq. The Bush administration seems to be close to what's called a status of forces agreement with the Iraqi government of Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki. It calls the draft agreement, at least, for complete withdrawal of combat forces from villages and cities by July 30th of 2009 and out of the country by December 31st, 2011. If you're elected president, would you as Commander-in-Chief honor this agreement if, in fact, it's formalized?
With respect, Wolf, and you know better, my friend, you know better. It's condition-based. It's conditions-based. And Ryan Crocker, our ambassador in Baghdad, said, if you want to know what victory looks like, look at this agreement. So you know better than that. Well, if you know it's condition-based, and that's what the big fight was all about.
What's on the table right now?
I've always said we would be out based on conditions and honor and victory and not defeat. And it's very clear to any observer now that if we'd have done what Senator Biden wanted to do, break Iraq up into 3 countries, if we'd have done what Senator Obama wanted to do, which was immediate withdrawal and setting firm dates for it, we'd have probably been defeated in Iraq. And the problem there is we'd have had increased Iranian influence, we'd have had sectarian violence on the increase, and probably we would have had to go back. So it's a big issue for the American people, and I understand why it's not on the front pages or the lead in CNN, because we have a relatively secure environment that's getting more secure.
All right, we're going to have a lot more of this interview coming up. In fact, we're playing the entire interview for you, uncut, all my questions, all of his responses. John McCain talks about issue number 1, the economy, pork barrel spending, what he calls the big mistake of the Bush administration. A lot more of this interview, in fact, part 3 coming up. And remember, we're going to be getting immediate reaction from the Obama campaign. David Axelrod, the top campaign strategist, he's standing by to join us live. Much more of the interview with McCain coming up. Al-Qaeda supporters seem to be watching this presidential campaign rather closely, and at least one online comment even suggests the terror network should be pulling for John McCain, and that's raising lots of eyebrows. We asked Brian Todd to take a look at this story. Brian, what are you finding out?
Well, Wolf, U.S. intelligence officials are not commenting on this. Terrorism experts say the bloggings of one low-level supporter of al-Qaeda should not be placed out of proportion, but the posting does offer some insight into the dialogue among extremists on the American election.